A turning point in history. Introduction to the Teutoburg forest. The year was 9 AD. Deep within the Teutoburg forest, a clash of civilizations was about to occur, forever altering the course of Roman history. The Roman Empire, at the height of its power, faced a formidable foe in the Germanic tribes. The Battle of the Teutoburg forest, a pivotal moment in ancient warfare, would expose the limits of Roman expansion and leave an indelible mark on the empire's psyche. The stage was set for a confrontation between two distinct military systems and cultures. On one side stood the legions of Rome, renowned for their discipline, organization, and advanced weaponry. Their opponents, a confederation of Germanic tribes, were known for their ferocity, knowledge of the terrain, and unwavering determination to defend their homeland. The Battle of Teutoburg Forest was not merely a clash of arms. It was a clash of ideologies, a struggle between Roman imperialism and Germanic desire for freedom. The outcome of this epic encounter would reverberate throughout the centuries, shaping the destiny of both the Roman Empire and the Germanic peoples. Treachery and ambush. The battle unfolds. The Roman army, led by Publius Quinctilius Varus, marched confidently into the Teutoburg forest. Unbeknownst to Varus, a storm was brewing. Arminius, a Germanic prince who had served in the Roman army and earned Roman citizenship, had secretly forged an alliance among the Germanic tribes. Arminius, familiar with Roman military tactics, skillfully lured Varus and his legions deeper into the forest. Under the pretense of quelling a local uprising, Arminius led the Romans into a carefully planned trap. The Teutoburg forest, with its dense foliage, narrow paths, and treacherous terrain, would become the Romans' graveyard. As the Roman column snaked through the forest, the Germanic warriors unleashed a devastating surprise attack. Rain and thunderstorms hampered the Romans' movements and rendered their formations ineffective. The Germanic warriors, fighting with the fury of cornered wolves, swarmed the Roman columns, their knowledge of the terrain giving them a decisive advantage. The Roman legions, caught off guard and ill-equipped for the Germanic tribes' guerrilla tactics, fought bravely but were hopelessly outmatched. The battle raged for 3 days and nights, the forest floor littered with the bodies of Roman soldiers. The commanders, Varus and Arminius. The Battle of Teutoburg Forest was a clash of two formidable military minds, Publius Quinctilius Varus, the Roman governor of Germania, and Arminius, the cunning Germanic prince. Varus, an experienced administrator but a less capable military commander, made a series of fatal errors that played directly into Arminius's hands. Varus, blinded by his belief in Roman superiority, underestimated the fighting prowess and strategic cunning of the Germanic tribes. He allowed Arminius, a trusted advisor, to dictate the Roman army's movements, sealing his and his legion's fate. Arminius, driven by a burning desire to liberate his people from Roman rule, proved to be a master tactician. Arminius understood the strengths and weaknesses of both Roman and Germanic warfare. He exploited the Roman army's reliance on open battlefields and formations, luring them into the dense forest where their discipline and equipment became liabilities. Arminius's leadership and knowledge of the terrain turned the Teutoburg forest into a death trap for the Romans. The Battle of Teutoburg Forest would forever immortalize both men in history. Varus, as a symbol of Roman hubris and the limits of imperial expansion, and Arminius as a symbol of Germanic resistance and the defender of his people's freedom. Clash of tactics: Roman might versus Germanic guerrilla warfare. The Battle of Teutoburg Forest was a stark demonstration of the clash between two distinct military doctrines: Roman military might and Germanic guerrilla warfare. The Roman army, a well-oiled machine of disciplined soldiers, was accustomed to fighting in open fields, relying on their superior formations, equipment, and siege weapons. The legions, composed of heavily armed legionaries, excelled in open combat, where their discipline and organization could prevail. The Germanic tribes, on the other hand, were masters of guerrilla warfare, utilizing the dense forests and unpredictable terrain to their advantage. Armed with swords, spears, and axes, they relied on speed, agility, and intimate knowledge of the battlefield to ambush and outmaneuver their opponents. They were accustomed to fighting in forests, using the terrain to ambush and disrupt the Roman formations. The Roman army's rigid formations and reliance on open combat proved to be their downfall in the dense and unforgiving Teutoburg forest. The Germanic warriors' swift attacks, coupled with their ability to disappear into the undergrowth, demoralized and disoriented the Roman legions. Their knowledge of the terrain allowed them to anticipate Roman movements and exploit their vulnerabilities. The Battle of Teutoburg Forest highlighted the importance of adapting military tactics to the environment and the enemy. The Romans, accustomed to their enemies fighting on their terms, were ill-prepared for the unconventional warfare employed by the Germanic tribes.